Your anxious child probably doesn't need more support and reassurance. Of course, this is a great place to start, but we want to make sure we're not making our child's world smaller and smaller to accommodate the anxiety. Often the things that our child is anxious about isn't the actual cause of their anxiety. It's coming from somewhere deeper. So changing their external environment isn't actually going to ease anything, and it's just going to make their world smaller. What I often find with anxious children is that they have a lot of say over their everyday decisions. Sometimes as parents, we ask our children's opinion about what they want to do instead of telling them what we are doing. And there's this fine line with respectful parenting where we want to know how they feel and what they want to do, but ultimately we are the ones who need to make the decisions. Asking our children their preferences about what we do, what they eat, where we go, it actually burdens them with decision making that they're not equipped for. It's kind of like if you were suddenly promoted to CEO when you didn't have the experience or skill set for it. As a parent, you are the ultimate decision maker, and putting those decisions in your child's hand is actually too much for them. They suddenly feel responsible for making everyday decisions and knowing how they feel about things, and they get a real sense that they have the power to determine really big outcomes in their lives. So my recommendation for an anxious child is that the parent takes back a lot of the everyday decision making. Of course, we're going to be always attuned to how our child is feeling and we listen to them, but ultimately we don't let them make the decisions about where we go, what we do, when and where we eat. We do far more telling our children this is what we're going to do, and the children can follow. It takes a huge amount of responsibility off the child's shoulders. They have far less of a sense of their own power in the family, and this actually helps ease their anxiety because they no longer feel like they're responsible for big decisions and they're responsible for the direction things go in, and that they need to be vigilant and careful about decisions that they make. So this isn't a shift that needs to happen in the child at all. It's a shift that happens in us as parents energetically, where we step into that leadership role, being in our own power. Stronger boundaries doesn't necessarily mean discipline and hardness and more rules. It can be a very gentle laying out of new expectations. And a really great way to kind of bring this into the family is with some household chores. Having your child tidy up with you, or set the table, or help you with things where you are leading and they are following is really, really helpful in setting up this dynamic where they are not in power and anxious. I would love to hear what you think about this or any questions you have. And if you do try this, I would absolutely love to hear how it goes.